Hey everybody, welcome to COM 231, Public Speaking. So glad that you're here with us for our fall 2025 semester. So just want to get started and show you through our online classroom. So Course Home. If we come here, we have our course announcements section. This is where I'm going to be communicating with you. I'll be sending out our weekly assignments that we're going to be completing. So please take the time to check this, and also you will receive course announcements as an email in your college email account. So please make sure that you check your email account on a regular basis, especially last year where we had those fires and we had Hurricane Helene, and I really had to rely heavily on getting the word out of if we have to make any class cancellations and things like that. I'm sure everyone remembers that. So please check your email on a daily basis. Here's a link for our syllabus, and we'll get more into that in just a moment. Here's our textbook link. Our textbook is an open educational resource, which means it's free. So it's available online, and you can reach it through this link. Just right here is about how our course works. This is a little blurb about myself, some of the policies and procedures from our college handbook. From time to time, you might find yourself wanting to get a little bit of help, maybe for research, maybe just for organizing and outlining your speech, annotated bibliographies, things like all the things that we're going to be doing this semester. Or if you just want to practice your speech, we have tutors that are available at our Student Success Center at both our Henderson County and Transylvania County campuses. And they will sit and give you some feedback and listen to your speech so you can get some practice. So here's a link to that, and also a link for research for our library. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is click here. Getting started, do this first. And this is our first assignment. For those of you that have taken classes at Blue Ridge before, this will look very familiar. These are mandatory quizzes that need to be completed in order to stay enrolled in this class. So if you could, please complete these this week so that we don't forget to do them, and we want to make sure everyone remains in the course, right? All right, so let's go back to Course Home, and we'll go to our syllabus. All right, so here's our syllabus. Open this up. So here's our information about the class. This is my contact information. Our course description. This is our student learning outcomes, all the wonderful things that you'll be learning over the next 16 weeks. All of our speeches are listed here. Our required textbook. Again, it's free, and there's another link here. Evaluation policies and procedures. There's no extra credit available in this course. Sometimes I get that question. And also late work policy. I don't accept late work. However, I am aware that there are always extenuating circumstances. Bad things happen sometimes. We get sick, we're in the hospital, whatever the case might be, right? Life happens sometimes. And all that I ask from you, that if you know of something that's going to be hindering you from submitting your assignment on time, please let me know sooner rather than later so that we can make arrangements. I can work with you so that you can get those submitted. Final grades. My courses automatically rounds up final grades, so I cannot bump up a grade, let's say from like a 69 to a 70. So let's say you have a 69.6. My courses will automatically round that up to a 70. So it's already done for us, so I cannot do that on a student's behalf. Here's the assignment grade value. Our narrative speech is worth 10% of our overall grade. Informative speech is 25%. Our persuasive speech is 30%. Our exams, the midterm and final, are 15%. Special occasion is 5%. Annotated bibliographies are 10%, and quizzes are 5% of our overall grade. So that should add to 100 points. If there's ever a situation and you need some assistance with that, please don't hesitate to reach out. If you are unhappy with the conclusion or the outcome, then there's a chain of command that you can check out and kind of escalate that issue from there. But I just ask that you just talk to me first, because usually we can always work things out. I'm pretty easy to get along with, and I think I'm a pretty reasonable person. So, okay. Our attendance policy. So because this is an online class, 2 weeks of missed assignments would be 10% of your overall grade. That would be excessive absences, and you would run the risk of being withdrawn from the class. And we don't want that to happen, so let's just make sure that we are meeting our deadlines. Academic honesty. We don't want to cheat. We don't want to plagiarize. We don't want to pretend we're someone else. Regarding AI can be a wonderful tool, but I don't want us to use AI to complete our assignment from start to finish. We're not really learning anything that way, and there's not really much of a point of being in school if we're just going to get the robot to create our assignments for us. So we want to learn through the processes, right? Through the research, through the writing, through the practicing, trial and error. That's really how we fine-tune our skills, especially with public speaking. So I'm not saying that we are not going to be using it. There are going to be times where we can use it, but please don't use it unless you're directed to do so. All right. Academic, if you have a documented disability, there is help if you would like to meet with her, if there's any accommodations that you think that maybe you could benefit from. Her name is Carolyn Levine, and her contact information is right here. This is our course schedule from week 1 to week 16 of everything that we're going to be doing. Okay, so that's about everything in the syllabus. So let's just go to our first week of assignments. So every week we're going to have a theme. And this theme is going to be the basics of public speaking, which is chapter 1. This is just the video that we're currently watching. This is the link to our textbook. Here's a lecture, our notes, and also some additional, that's a video that we're going to be watching called Speaking Up Without Freaking Out. And it is going to be connected to our anxiety speech, which is going to be our first assignment. So after reading chapter 1 and watching the video, ask yourself this question: what is it about public speaking that causes you to experience anxiety or fear, right? So these could be both irrational or rational. These could be fears that are very real and that are very possible, or it could be things that are so maybe even they could be outlandish or far-fetched. I'll give you an example. I had a student who was afraid that the stage lights were going to fall on the person while they were giving their speech. Kind of irrational, but I mean, I guess it could happen, right? So there's things that we, that cause us anxiety, that cause us, a feeling of uncomfortability, right? That we go through that prevents us from presenting a speech effectively. So it doesn't matter if it's real or if it's fact or fiction. I just want you to talk about it. If it's real to you, then it's a real fear, right? It doesn't matter if it's going to come to pass or not. Remember, I already covered that part. So our instructions, it's going to be 1 to 2 minutes. I want you to provide at least 2 examples of anxiety or fear that you personally experience when it comes to public speaking. After you read page 7 to 10 of our textbook and watching the video, I want you to try to come up with some solutions for these fears or for these sources of anxiety. How can they help manage or reduce these fears? If you want to provide any personal strategies that you have found that are useful for you, please share them with the class. I think we could all benefit from hearing these ideas. For every speech, I want you to include at least 3 audience members. So family, friends, doesn't really matter. I want you to record your audience before beginning the speech and then pan towards you. I want you to film yourself from head to toe so that we can view your overall body language. Please do not cut or edit the video in any way. It must be filmed in one take. And then I want you to respond to at least one of your classmates' speech. Remember, if you're using YouTube, please set them to unlisted or public so that we can watch them. If they're listed to private, we will not be able to watch them. All right, so that is our first speech. And then you would just post it to this discussion forum here. All right, I've been talking for quite a while and I'm going to wrap this up. So I hope that you found this helpful. Again, I'm really looking forward to spending the next 16 weeks with you as we learn more about public speaking. So we will see you in the forum this week. Take care.